first ride of 2022. I am headed out of Barcelona. It was lovely, but I'm ready to leave the city and head toward France.
Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Hey. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. 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 Ooh la la.
So I have left Barcelona and I'm headed towards France. And one of the things I learned from the Spanish tour is that I was just having to push to get to Barcelona in time. And so in France, I wanted to change that. I wanted to slow down a little bit and not have these big pushes. Well, I started looking into it, and my goal is to get to Toulon. But the ferry that I need to catch in Toulon only comes once a week on Sundays. Well, that's 7 days from now, and 600 plus kilometers away. So it looks like if I want to catch this ferry, I can either do it in 1 week or 2 weeks, and I don't have the time to wait and do it in 2 weeks. So it looks like I'm going to have one more race across, try to get to Toulon in time to make this ferry, and yeah, there's really no other option but get there. So here we go again.
Looking for M's like I lost a friend. Jump out of my bed like where the bread. You go hold the egg, waiter bring the check. When we talk, we Kalishnikov. Keep us in your thoughts, fully dressed at the crack of dawn. Letting off, I can hear them from the block. See them creeping through the fog. Season's greetings, the feeding season can start. Oh my God, look alive, looking like I live life on a crooked line. Doing fine, you want maximum stupid, I am the guy.
So it's day 2 from leaving Barcelona. Yesterday I had a epic ride, about 112 kilometers, and it started getting really beautiful as I'm getting close to the French border, but more importantly, the Pyrenees mountains. And just now I just came over the ridge and had my first sight of those ice-capped beauties. I have seen the Pyrenees. It's so beautiful. I have made it to France. Behind me is the French-Spanish border. They didn't like me videoing on the border crossing, but I'm in the next town over inside France, still climbing the mountain. Oh, it feels good to be here. So that mountain you see behind you is the border of Spain and France, which means I have made it to my next country. And France is a very special country to me. It was the second language I learned in school. And I had just one of the most amazing teachers you could ever have, Miss Solberg. And she not only taught the language, but taught the culture, the food, the differences. And it really was the first country as a kid that I wanted to go and see. And it just seemed highly impossible for me to leave the US and go and see France. And it wasn't until 10 years later that I got the chance to do it. And I went to Paris, and it was one of the most fun trips I've ever had. I love the food, I love the people. I got to speak what I remembered, and although they laughed at my pronunciation and American way of saying it, they spoke back to me in French, and it was just super excited. And I've been able to go back several times, and every time it's just been a special country for me. So to be here and get to tour through it is even more special, and I'm excited. Even though it's a short little trip, I'm excited to be here and continue on.
The king or queen and all of their lost subjects. I pull my out and I on they shoes in public. People, we the pirates, the pride of this great republic. No matter what you order, we what you stuck with. I used to love Bruce, but living my vida loca. Help me understand, I'm probably more of a joke. When we usher in chaos, just know that we did it smile. Cannibals on this island, inmates run the asylum.
Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la. DJ Pyrenees. Ooh la la. Ooh la la. Ooh la la, ah wee wee. Ooh la la la
During my time in Spain, I had a total of 2 locals stop me and chat with me. I am 10 kilometers from the border. Matter of fact, I can still see the border mountain. And I've already been stopped 3 times by the French to talk. One of which couldn't speak a thing of English and told me about how both his parents died in an explosion on that mountain pass that I was just on, which I was not quite ready to speak in French to that level and have that conversation within the first hour of being in the country. But it is a stark difference between Spain.